Lesson: Grounds for lawful termination. Grounds for lawful termination are a critical component of employment law that HR leaders must master to effectively manage workforce dynamics while ensuring compliance with legal standards. Understanding these grounds is essential not only for protecting the organization from potential litigation, but also for fostering a fair and respectful workplace environment. Lawful termination refers to the legal justifications that allow employers to end an employment relationship without breaching labor laws or contractual agreements. This lesson will explore actionable insights, practical tools, and frameworks that HR professionals can apply to navigate the complexities of employment termination. At the core of lawful termination is the balance between the employer's right to manage their business and the employee's right to fair treatment. Employers must ensure that terminations are justified by legitimate reasons, which generally fall into categories such as performance issues, misconduct, redundancy, and incapacity. Each of these categories requires careful documentation and adherence to procedural fairness to withstand legal scrutiny. Performance issues are a common reason for termination, where an employee consistently fails to meet the expected standards of their role. To lawfully terminate an employee on these grounds, HR leaders must implement a robust performance management framework. This includes setting clear performance expectations, providing regular feedback, and offering opportunities for improvement. A performance improvement plan is a practical tool that can be utilized in this context. It outlines specific areas of concern, sets measurable goals, and provides a timeline for improvement. The PIP process should be documented meticulously as evidence of the employer's efforts to support the employee before considering termination. Misconduct, including behavior that violates company policies or damages the employer's interests, is another ground for lawful termination. HR leaders must establish a comprehensive code of conduct and ensure that all employees are aware of the expected behaviors and potential consequences of violations. In cases of misconduct, conducting a thorough investigation is crucial. This involves gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses, and documenting findings. An employee accused of misconduct should be given an opportunity to respond to the allegations before a final decision is made. The use of an investigation checklist can aid HR professionals in maintaining consistency and fairness throughout the process. Redundancy arises when an employer no longer requires an employee's role due to changes in business operations, technological advancements, or organizational restructuring. To lawfully terminate on these grounds, employers must demonstrate that the redundancy is genuine and unavoidable. This includes providing evidence of the business rationale and exploring alternatives to redundancy, such as redeployment or retraining. HR leaders should also ensure compliance with consultation requirements where applicable to engage affected employees and mitigate the impact of the redundancy process. A redundancy checklist can guide HR professionals through the necessary steps, ensuring transparency and compliance with legal obligations. Incapacity refers to an employee's inability to perform their duties due to health conditions or disabilities. Employers must handle these situations with sensitivity and in accordance with anti-discrimination laws. Before considering termination, HR leaders should explore reasonable adjustments or accommodations that could enable the employee to continue working. This may involve modifying duties, providing additional support, or altering work hours. Documenting these efforts is essential to demonstrate compliance with legal requirements and to defend against potential claims of discrimination. A reasonable adjustment log can serve as a practical tool to record the accommodations considered and implemented. Case studies provide valuable insights into the application of lawful termination principles. The landmark case of Smith v. XYZ Corporation illustrates the importance of procedural fairness in performance-related terminations. In this case, the court ruled in favor of the employee, citing the employer's failure to provide adequate feedback and opportunities for improvement before termination. This case underscores the necessity of a well-documented performance management process to support lawful termination decisions. Statistics further highlight the significance of following lawful termination procedures. According to a study by the Society for Human Resource Management, organizations that implement structured performance management systems report a 30% reduction in wrongful termination claims. These findings emphasize the value of adopting practical tools such as PIPs and investigation checklists to mitigate legal risks associated with terminations. HR leaders must also be aware of the cultural and legal differences that can influence termination practices across jurisdictions. In international contexts, understanding local employment laws is crucial to ensure compliance. For example, some countries require severance pay or extended notice periods, while others have specific protections for certain employee groups. Utilizing a country-specific termination checklist can assist HR professionals in navigating these complexities and ensuring adherence to local regulations. In conclusion, understanding the grounds for lawful termination is essential for HR leaders aiming to manage employment relationships effectively while minimizing legal risks. By implementing practical tools and frameworks, such as performance improvement plans, investigation checklists, redundancy checklists, and reasonable adjustment logs, HR professionals can ensure that termination processes are fair, transparent, and compliant with legal requirements. Real-world case studies and statistics further reinforce the importance of these practices in reducing wrongful termination claims and fostering a positive organizational culture. As the global employment landscape continues to evolve, HR leaders must remain vigilant and adaptable, continuously updating their knowledge and strategies to navigate the complexities of employment termination successfully.